Yeah, the USMNT put out their roster, and it's got a fair amount of people scratching their heads at some of the decisions. But yeah, let's take a look. USMNT roster omissions might hamper World Cup preparations. Yeah, there's also the aspect that this is one of the last few camps that the U.S. is going to have before hosting the World Cup. So yeah, that also plays a part in it. It's like we really should, have a squad locked down. We really should have a good idea of who we're bringing at this point, because it's less than a year away. It's like we should have a good idea of who we're bringing at this point. But that's whatever. Let's just get into the story. This is by Jeff Carlisle at ESPN. Let's see what he has to say. In his brief time as manager with the U.S. men's national team, Maurizio Pochettino hasn't shied away from making, shall we say, interesting roster decisions. The roster at the Gold Cup was chock full of players making their international debuts, when it would have been easy to err on the side of going with experienced performers, even as some players opted to sit the tournament out. But Tuesday's USMNT roster announcement strayed from bucking convention into choices that were downright mystifying. Yeah, wasn't one of the guys like a 29-year-old dude who, like, the fact that he got called up got revealed by Thomas Muller during an interview? And it's like, when I saw that story, I had like never heard of this guy before. You know what? He's probably gonna go into that. I'm gonna save talking about that till he brings it up. All right. Granted, some familiar names made their way back onto the roster. AC Milan attacker Christian Pulisic, of course, he has to be there. Marseille winger Tim Weah, PSV Eindhoven defender Serginho Dest, are back in the fold after missing the Gold Cup for a variety of reasons. Yeah, Serginho Dest was still injured, I'm pretty sure, and Christian Pulisic... What was his... Was that the one where he just didn't feel like showing up? Christian Pulisic's whole reason for not showing up to the Gold Cup was just because, like, he wanted to focus on his season with, like, Milan and making sure he's, like, ready for that. Which is, like, what was it? I don't know. I feel like most players, typically put national team soccer, national, representing their country before their club side. But, I don't know. That's just, I don't know. I don't know. Me personally, I feel like that's how it should be. I feel like that's how it should go. But that's just, me personally. Clearly, their presence will provide a significant boost to the USMNT. Pulisic is the team's best attacking threat. Weah provides raw speed, the better to stretch defenses. Dest is the attacking wild card, capable of the unexpected, and is off to a red-hot start with PSV. Or PSV. I go back and forth between calling it PSV and PSV. I don't know. I feel like PSV is just a very fun thing to say. But there were some notable and glaring absences. USMNT's Oh wait, those are other articles, never mind. Some were grounded in logic. Anthony Robinson just saw his first minutes with Fulham last week after missing all of the club's preseason matches as he recovered from knee surgery. Yeah, what was it? I remember there was some stuff with, like, U.S. Fans talking about how, like, what was it? He was playing through, like, injury a lot with Fulham, and that Fulham probably should have let him rest a bit more. Or something like that. I don't know. That's just what I heard. I don't know. Obviously, the decision could have been also on Robinson, but, that's a whole other thing. Let's see. PSV's... Ricardo Pepi is in a similar situation, and AS Monaco's Fullerin Balogun shook off a calf injury to make his season debut. Oh wait, I think after this article came out, what was it? They announced that, like, Fullerin Balogun was added to the squad. It's like, no, the roster was like 22 players when the maximum was 23. And like after this article came out, they revealed Fuller and Balogun was the 23rd player. So yeah, that's good for him. You know, what was it? It's good to see him. He's a good player. All right. That none of this trio was called up makes perfect sense. Well, one of them was called up. Keeping them with their clubs allows these players to get more of a fitness base underneath their legs and then be available for the next window in October. Some players, such as Borussia Mönchengladbach's Gio Reyna, oh crap, and the New England Revolution's Matt Turner, recently switched clubs. Yeah, what was it? I think this only got confirmed like a couple of days before this roster came out, and like, even if Gio Reyna hadn't just switched clubs, I'm not sure it would have been a good idea to call him up. It's like, he just has not been playing. He needs game time, man. He needs to play. Yeah. I feel like it's a good idea. I feel like it's all right to let him get situated with his new club before calling him up. So, I feel like this one's understandable. And Matt Turner, it's like, yeah, we need a new goalkeeper. It's like Matt Turner, he's just not cutting it anymore. We need someone new to step up. Alright. Another AC Milan's Yunus Musa might be doing so in the near future, though his preference is to stay and fight for his place with the Rossoneri. Their absence, too, seems rational. Yeah, what was it? I think, like, I saw something earlier with, like, apparently Yunus Musa is, like, moving to, what was it? Atalanta, which is, like, I don't get it. I don't understand what Atalanta sees in him. It's just, I don't know. I've never really been that high on Musa, and, like, he keeps getting chances. And I just don't think he's ever fully taken them. Not at this point, at least. I don't know. Maybe he could do something to impress me this season, but I don't know. I just don't get Yunus Musa. I just don't think he's lived up to expectations. But who knows, you know, maybe he'll turn things around. Maybe he'll impress me. You know, we'll have to wait and see. Other exclusions were shocking, however. Weston McKennie was the biggest omission. Granted, his playing time has steadily decreased over the course of the preseason and the start of the Serie A campaign. Last weekend, McKennie didn't get on the field until the 89th minute as a 10-man Juventus prevailed over Parma, 2-1. So yeah, what was it? This happens a lot with Weston McKennie, though. It's like, what was it? He has a really love-hate relationship with Juventus. It's like, he's on the team, he's out of the project, he's in the team, he's out of the project. It's like, whatever. I don't know. He'll probably be there forever at this point. But Pochettino appeared to tie himself into knots trying to explain why McKennie was omitted. "We know Weston," was one explanation. He then said he wanted McKennie to be more settled in his club, giving him a chance to crack the starting lineup. When asked to compare McKennie's situation to that of Pulisic, Pochettino brought up McKennie's participation at the Club World Cup and the fact that Pulisic didn't play in the tournament and was therefore more rested. Okay. I mean, I guess. How much did McKennie play at the Club World Cup again? I don't think I actually watched that many Juventus games. I don't really remember him doing much. I mean, I understand, yeah, him being at the tournament might have been a bit tiring, but like, how much did he actually play? I straight up don't remember. Which, I don't know, I don't know, reveals something about either me or him. But whatever. The shifting explanations invite confusion rather than clarity. It's not as if Weah, who also played at the Club World Cup with Juventus, yeah, what was it? Weah got brought in, and he was also with Juventus. Wasn't dealing with the same level of fixture congestion as McKennie. Yeah, what was it? It's like, you can't really, it's hard to use the club. Obviously, we don't know how either of them are doing right now, but that feels like a hard, excuse to take when they were both at the Club World Cup. So it's like, I don't know. Maybe McKennie just pulled a Pulisic. Maybe he just didn't feel like coming. I don't know. Maybe that's the explanation. It feels about as believable as any of the other explanations he's come up with. Who knows? But yeah. The shifting explanations invite confusion rather than clarity. Oh. Where was I? And yet, Weah was called in, but McKennie was not. Plus, when it comes to the USMNT, McKennie isn't some fringe performer. He's someone who has been a fixture for the past 7 years. God damn, he's been playing 7 years. He's been playing for the US. Damn, time really flies. Even if you accept Pochettino's explanation at face value, I don't. One would think that the next player up would be someone like Leon's Tanner Tessman or Middlesbrough's Aidan Morris. Wasn't Aidan Morris recently given man of the match? Or something like that? I'm pretty sure I heard something like that. Tanner Tessman... Has Tanner Tessman been playing well for Leon? I haven't actually heard much about him. But it's still early in the season, so, I don't know. Maybe I'll hear more. Both of whom are off to impressive starts with their respective clubs. Oh, apparently Tanner Tessman is playing well for Leon. I don't keep up much with the league, I really don't. But nah, Pochettino opted for the Columbus Crew's Sean Zawadzki. God damn it. Wasn't this the name of one of the freaking penguins from Madagascar? Sean Zawadzki? God damn it. Yeah, what was it? Who is this guy? I mean, I've probably seen him before. Who has spent more time at center back this season than in midfield. He's mostly playing as a center back. That's also great. What is this? Who is this guy? God damn. There's more. At center back, there was no room for Mark McKenzie, who is off to a strong start with Toulouse in France's Ligue 1 this season. With Pochettino going for Vancouver's Tristan Blackman and 18-year-old FC Augsburg's prospect Noah Kai Banks. Okay, yeah, this is the guy I was talking about, Tristan Blackman. It's like... The fact that he got called up was, like, accidentally leaked in an interview with Thomas Muller. And, like, was it half the USMNT, like, fan base just collectively went, who the hell is Tristan Blackman? I don't know. I had never... I mean, I had probably heard of this guy before, but, like, I didn't remember him from doing anything. Is he even good? I mean, he's playing for the Whitecaps, which are a pretty good team, I guess. But, like, yeah, I don't know. This was just a weird call-up. What was it? I don't know. I think the fact that it got leaked by, like, Thomas Muller was also weird. It's like... I don't know. It was a weird thing. It was a whole weird situation. Noah Kai Banks, I don't really mind Noah Kai Banks. It's like, he's a young guy, he's he's a young up-and-comer, he's only 18 years old. I don't think it's wrong to try to, like, include him with the senior team. You know, he does look pretty good from what I've seen, but it's like, I highly doubt we're gonna bring him to the World Cup. It's like, well, in 2026, I highly doubt we're gonna bring him to the World Cup. It's like, I don't know. I feel like he's too young and he just hasn't really accomplished enough to justify it. So it's like, I don't know. Should he be here? Maybe not. Alright. At outside back, Dest is the only new addition from the squad that played at the Gold Cup. Columbus's Max Arfston, Philadelphia Union's Nathan Harriel, and Orlando's Alex Freeman remain. Was there really no room for Borussia Mönchengladbach's Joe Scally? Yeah, what was it? Where's Scally? It's like, what was it? You couldn't have brought him over Max frickin' Arfston? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. In some parts of the field, this new roster feels like an unexpected changing of the guard. John Tolkien's exploits with Holstein Kiel, where he has scored twice in his past 2 games, didn't count for much. Crap. I don't know what is up with my throat tonight. Pochettino didn't say that this camp is the last opportunity for players to have been on the outside of the USMNT setup to make an impression. What he views as his current pool of performers runs 65 players deep. He added players shouldn't fret over not being called into this camp. Well, okay, I guess that's good, but it's like... I mean, I guess that's a good thing to say, but it's like... There's less than a year till the World Cup, man. It's like, we only have a few camps left. You don't have much room for experimentation. It's like, what you're doing better work. Or else, it's gonna look really dumb if it doesn't. I think the players don't need to be worried, Pochettino said. They need to perform. They need to really believe that they can be part of the squad. And for sure, our job is to select the players and to see the player and the way they want to play. And so, we want to be sure that we will select for the last roster before the World Cup, at the best player to project what we want on the pitch. Alright, well, I guess that's a good thing to say to, like, put people at ease. It's like, what was it? Yeah, what was it? There's still time to prove yourself. What was it? You could still get called up to the World Cup, even if you weren't called up here, but it's like, I don't know. It's like, is there enough time to build chemistry with, like, the new guys that he wants to bring in versus, like, the older guys that really should be brought in? I don't know. But another explanation of Pochettino's felt closer to the mark. At one point he said, "No one has their place assured, and that is my message for everyone. They have to fight." Okay, so... Alright, well, this is interesting. Do you think he's trying to, I guess, send a message, then, to some players to, like, help them get... to, like, I guess, help tell them to be more motivated and, like, care more, I guess? Because, like, I don't know. I feel like there are some players that got left out that were doing fine, and some players that got included that I feel like probably could have stood to be left off. If the point was to send a message, I mean, they could have been left off. But, you know, that's... whatever. Pochettino has at times lamented the lack of grit in the team. That passivity was especially evident at the CONCACAF Nations League last March. The tenacity reappeared at the Gold Cup, albeit with a younger crop of performers eager to prove themselves. It could very well be that he is trying to light a fire under some players. And if he does, and if that is what he's trying to do, then I commend it, but, like, we're running low on time. It's like, this better work, or you're gonna look really dumb. I hope this works for your sake. When you see different national teams that won World Cups, I think you really understand what it means. That players need to feel the threat from your teammate, and they need to defend the place in every single possibility. He said, Will Pochettino's mixture of tough love and mad scientist mode pay off? It's a huge gamble. At some point, Pochettino needs to start thinking about what will constitute his final squad. The World Cup is less than 10 months away, and preparations have been hampered by a number of factors, including the compressed time frame brought on by the rehiring and firing of Greg Berhalter before Pochettino was hired. Oh, crap, yeah, that was a whole mess. I'm not even gonna get into that. The Gold Cup was supposed to be the time to iron things out for the presumed starters, only for players' absences in the double digits to force a change in plan. In some respect, the upcoming camp feels like more of the same. Including the September window, just 4 more opportunities remain before the team convenes for a pre-World Cup camp next May. Chemistry needs to be established. Relationships need to be forged. With this collection of players, it's not at all clear that the opportunity offered by the September window is being maximized. So yeah, what was it? That's part of it. It's like, people sometimes talk about like building a culture, and it's like, guys need to know each other. Guys need to, talk to each other in order to have like a culture. And it's like, what was it? It's good to bring in new guys, but you need to have enough time to make sure they're like really settled in. And it's like, we just don't have that much time. Okay, things need to work like soon, all right? Things need to work out. I don't know. Listen, this is a home World Cup, okay? What was it? Yes, it's also being hosted by Canada and Mexico, but like, they don't matter. Like, I'm probably gonna get some heat for saying that, but like, look at how many games they're hosting versus how many games the US is hosting. I'm not saying they don't matter in a grand scheme of things. I'm saying we know who's at the center of this upcoming World Cup. Okay, this is a US home World Cup. People are going to be expecting a lot out of us, and I just don't know if the US can deliver. If the US team can deliver is what I mean. It's like, I don't know. It's just been ups and downs, lackluster performances. It's like, I don't know. I wish for the best in this upcoming World Cup. I really do. It's just hard to really do that sometimes, because what is even going on with US soccer sometimes? I don't know. I really don't know.